Jonathan Shank here, the outsourced guy, with part two of my example of finding a virtual assistant. And this part, I'm going to look through some of the candidates that I've already found and give you some of the pros and cons to some of the ones that we see. And I'm going to decide if I'm going to wait a bit longer to look for more candidates or go ahead and hire someone. Alright, let's see here. As you can see, this job was posted 28 minutes ago. I have 11 applicants. It's showing newest to oldest. And let's kind of take a look at some of the people here. Let's see. Alright, so this individual right here, 222 an hour, they don't have any feedback. They're graduate of IT from the Philippines. That could be good, but again, they don't have the background I'm really looking for. So I'm going to hide their application. This one right here, 667 an hour, is a bit high, more than I'd like to pay, so I'm going to hide them. Let's see, data entry superstar. Hey, that's like an all-star, I guess. So you see, she says aluminum siding, which means she read my application and she caught that I said aluminum siding. I'm action-oriented, hardworking, understand elements, profile. Okay, so she's 4.38, which is typically kind of low, lower than what I would like to see. You can look through some of her jobs here. One thing that's useful is to look at the portfolio. It's pretty common to see various Excel spreadsheets analysis that's done. This is just basic, data entry here. Looks like it's clean, well formatted. It's not awesome. There's nothing earth-shattering here, but it looks like for like kind of basic, just grabbing, cutting, and pasting data, she does a good job. But I think she's a little high, and I'm not sure if she has the skills I need to try and find the specific people I'm looking for. So I'm going to decline on her. I'm going to go back. Alright. Let's see who else. He's got 100 hours, 222. That's kind of close to the price range I was hoping for. I'll keep him. This lady, she's got 4.98, which is really good. She didn't say aluminum siding. My little Easter egg. But let's see, as I look through here, lead generation, data entry, web research, high profile leads. That looks kind of interesting. So, let's see. So, okay, she's found company financial executives, titles, and email addresses. I'm not exactly sure how she found these people. They are kind of higher up in companies, which is kind of a plus. Maybe she found a static website and it listed everything. Maybe she had to extract it out of other through like pages and pages of websites. I'm not sure, but I will give her a plus in the sense that these are kind of like higher end people that she's found. So that's good. I like that. Other things, let's see. So sometimes VAs, for instance, they can have one rate, but if you look at their previous jobs, and they might only be making like half that, and so then you can say, hey, I can only afford X, like let's say 250 an hour. But with her, you see that she's got 440 an hour, 278, 370, 50 hours at 333. So most likely, 333 is the rate that she can expect to get. So there's things about her I like, but since this job might take about 15 hours or so, and it's not something that I absolutely have to have, that's $50 to get the job done, so that's a bit high for kind of this example. But again, she is someone that is kind of, she might have a decent amount of skills, even though she didn't put the aluminum siding on there. She is someone that I would take a second look at in the future. 444, that's a little high. Also 4.1 for 1,000 hours, I'd probably definitely say no. let's see. Who else? Okay, so this guy's 89 cents, which is, very inexpensive. I get a little leery of people that are that inexpensive. But let's look about. Okay, so they're in Pakistan. Profile. That's okay. They've done simple web research, so it looks like they're basically just really starting off here, because they're taking really small fixed price jobs. Um, they have a number of jobs in progress that are like pretty short, 8 hours. So it looks like they're just trying to get any job right now, which actually can be kind of interesting, because if you find someone who's just starting off, not only can you get them at a good rate, but you can kind of develop a good rapport with them, and especially if you're like, hey, I'll pay you extra, they can appreciate that, and because you're kind of helping them out. And you can kind of long term, even when their rate goes up, they can be someone that you could work well with. So this one is a network administrator, data entry. I'm a little confused about that. A network admin typically has higher IT type of degree, but the data entry part is kind of throwing me. So I don't really know what exactly they do. I'm trying to see if they have kind of education. All right. Well, so they've got a high school education, diploma in hardware and software. That sounds kind of vague. College of Computer Science. So it sounds like they have some technical stuff, but I'm not quite sure if they've got like the analytical mind that someone says like a pre-engineer, or someone who's had, I don't know, some more analytical type of college work, I guess. I guess if you look at their so here's some of the things they've done. This looks basically like cut and paste, you know. Not really. I mean, it looks fine, but nothing really earth shattering. So, if I was looking for someone to do some basic web research, I think I might consider them. But again, I'm looking for someone that can do something that might be a little tougher to try and find some of the decision makers in a company. So I didn't see anything that jumped out there that made me think that they might have, that type of ability. So I'm going to pass on them. 4.34, again, that's kind of low. 444, that's a little high than what I want to spend. 4.38, again, that's kind of low. Web research, email, aluminum siding. Nothing jumps out at me here, so I'm gonna say no to that one. Now this one's interesting. Okay, they've got a 5 for 1,000 hours. That's pretty hard to do. Although they say it's based on 6 reviews. So that one's worth taking a second look at. I'm interested in the job. They said aluminum siding. They used quotation marks and they left it there. They seem to have good formatting, good English. Sincerely yours. This already kind of looks like someone who's a little more professional. They've got bullet points. Despite even what they're saying, just how they present themselves comes out as more professional. So I'm kind of liking that already. They have 4 jobs in progress. This one 85 hours, 293 hours. They all started in July and August. One thing you kind of have to ask yourself is if you need a lot of work done, are they going to be able to help you right away, or are they completely swamped? For my job, it's 15 hours. It's not really time critical. So that might not be as important here. They do have 2 jobs here that they seem like they're probably consistently doing. But again, that for this job, it wouldn't really be that big a deal. If I needed them for like 20 hours a week or 30 hours a week, this could be a concern. But if I really wanted them, I guess I could offer them more, make it worth their while as well. But let's see what else. Motorcycle part, data entry, pictures, remote research specialist. I'm not sure what that means. So this looks like one of the jobs they did. They were doing it for $5.56 an hour. So someone kept them on for almost a full year's worth of work. So that's a good sign. They obviously were doing something right. Research boot camp. Bachelor's in comp sci. I like that. Certification, spelling, that's cool. I've had good luck with comp sci people before, and I'm looking in their profile to see if they had examples of how they formatted types of things. Here's their portfolio. They don't really have anything that shows like some Excel work they've done, which can kind of give you an insight to how good they are. But she looks pretty good. Still, I mean, I'm hoping to spend less money, mainly just because for this job it's more of a test, and I don't need this information right now. But you know, I think she'd be a good candidate. I would want to ask her how she would plan on finding people that are the decision makers and like in maybe in marketing and sales in these companies. But I have a feeling that even if she hadn't done that before, that she might have a good idea of how to give it a shot and figure it out. And that's what you like. You like to find VAs that can kind of think for themselves and have a proven track record of excellence. So I like her. Let's see who else we got. All right, this guy, Jim, from the Philippines. He's got no feedback, so I'm gonna have to say no. 4.69. That's kind of on the edge of what I'm looking for. I'm signing. I can start now. How to search because it's my job. I know how to search managing direct. Oh, see, she said directories. Maybe I said directories instead of directors. I'm not sure. I'm gonna skip her for now. 3.99. No. 4.50 an hour. And again, you kind of I like to find specialists, not generalist. Here's someone who's a photo video editor, AutoCAD, SketchUp researcher, data miner. This is kind of the classic mistake that a lot of people make, me included, where you want to be all things to all people, and so you say, "Hey, I can do everything. I can do graphic editing. I can do AutoCAD. I can do lots of things," which might be true. They might be excellent at all of those things. But if I want someone who's good at research, I'd like to find someone who says, "I do research all day, every day. I'm a specialist, and this is my niche," that sort of thing. And so, as a result, I don't really care that he does photo and video. That's not really going to help me. And even if he's done some really good work researching, I'm kind of, he's done 100+ hours. He's kind of more of a generalist, and I'm looking for more of a specialist. Okay, experienced web research, Excel, glory to God. In the Philippines, it's pretty common to have someone from a Catholic background, and so you will see a lot of people that are Christian. Just kind of throwing out there things that are posting. I believe God's grace. I could do that. I have experience doing it. As he's a bit high for what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna click on there. Ace Lawrence, data entry, WordPress, web research. Again, he's got web research and he's got AutoCAD, a bunch of different things. He's got a 4, so I'm gonna skip him. And we're kind of back to some of the original ones we started with. Who's this alongside? Okay, I'm gonna say no there. If I had to pick someone right now, let's look at this. Let's look at this guy again. Put forward my candidacy. Data research. So if you notice here, he started off at a job at like 56 cents an hour. Just trying to get started. He worked 112 hours in a month, or maybe 2 months. He's worked at freelancer, and yeah, I think he'd be okay for basic research. But again, he doesn't look like he has the strong analytics or analysis and critical thinking that I'd like to find. So, hey, in the meantime, did we just get a number of additional candidates? I think these weren't people I deleted. $5 is too high. 444. 10,000 hours? Wow, that's quite a few hours. 444 is kind of high. Aluminum siding. See, 337. Okay, here's another one. So she's part of an agency. So you can kind of start to see that 333 is kind of typical for this type of work. Um, Registered nurse, professional. See, I like that already because you kind of need some critical thinking to be a nurse. I certainly couldn't be in the biological fields. My mind isn't wired that way. So I like that they've got kind of a an advanced degree. Data entry, big commercial data entry. So they've done a lot of data entry. Um, Large firm, admin, data editor, who is, you know. So that being said, they might just be used on the web to just be like doing a bunch of cut and paste data entry stuff. So even if they have the potential to, do good work, if they kind of like are used to just grabbing data off the web and they haven't really applied themselves, maybe they're not the best. Maybe she wouldn't be the best for this. Let's see, having completed training computer literacy crash course. She's all right. So as you can see, now it's been 44 minutes, and there are quite a few people. They're going to continue to come in for the next number of hours. If I come back an hour or two from now, there might be another 15, 20 people or more. But just kind of overall, some general observations. We've seen people that are like 89 cents. That might be okay. We've seen people for $5 or $6. I'm not convinced that the people that are $5 to $6 are necessarily any better than the people that some of these people for $3. I think in here, some of these candidates, they I think I could do pretty good with any of them. I'm gonna wait a bit longer, but I just kind of wanted to give you a quick overview of some of my observations so far, and hopefully that gives you some ideas as well. All right. Well, I've waited a bit longer. It's been about an hour since I posted this job. Got a few more client or potential VAs here. I just looked at this lady here. She's got almost 3,000 hours, a 5.0, 2.78 rate. Aluminum siding, very good day to you. I like the enthusiasm. I like the fact that she put aluminum siding in quotes and just kind of a clean message. Been working ministry virtual assistants for 4 years, 15 years experience in admin, internet research. I have a bachelor's in business management and possess a degree in electronics and communication engineering. Wow, I like that. I'm actually kind of excited about this, about her. That's pretty cool. So, let's see, 144 hours, 6 works in progress, 555 hours, data analysis, lead generation. This one's interesting since that's her name right there. I'm guessing that someone had actually hired her, and they were happy with her, and they did some repeat work, and so they just titled it her name. So, and then maybe made like a private post or something, so she would do it. Excellent, great work, very professional and hardworking. Yeah, so everything about this, points to what I'd call an all-star VA. You can never know for sure, but I really like what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna send her a message. The other two VAs that were 333. I posted this to them. I said, thanks for your interest in my research position. I think you have a strong background. And I said, I'm looking for someone who can find sales and marketing manager, decision maker. Do you have any experience? How would you go about doing this? Thanks. And what I usually like to do is actually put their name in there too. I didn't do that for the first few. But I'm going to put her name in there because I like to be more personal. A-N-J-A-L-I. Okay. A-N-J. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to send that off to her. And I'm going to wait a bit and see who I hear back from. So I've sent a message to 3 people. I'll probably hire 1 to 3 of them and go from there. In the meantime, so here's another guy, Patrick. Real estate, VA, database, web research design. Um, Patrick, he didn't say aluminum siding. Um, Lead list compiler, web research, um, portfolio, financial and accounting projects. Let me just see what that is. That's just a picture. It's not really that useful to me. So yeah, I am going to wait to. I'm going to wait to see who gets back to me, and then I'll do a recording as soon as I hear back from a few people. All right, see you in a bit. All right, I got an email back or a message back from Coolsoom, who said, I have experience finding specific company details. I usually use Jigsaw to find key contacts and other information. I can give you my work samples if you want. That's all really, really great stuff. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I've never used Jigsaw. I did a quick Google on it, and yeah, it looks like a really useful way to find key contacts in companies. So this is the sort of thing this is why I do work with VAs, and I enjoy it so much. Because if nothing else, I've learned about a new tool that can help me find contacts myself. But more than that, I found someone who's used to using them. It didn't take me that long at all to, talk to her and get a hold of her and find someone who's used this before. So, potentially this could help me on down the road with a lot of things as far as trying to find key contacts. So I'm writing her and I'm saying, sounds like you've got a lot of relevant experience. That would be a good fit. Please look over the attached instructions and let me know if you have any questions. Please spend up to 2 hours doing some initial research and get back to me. It's fairly late here, 11:20 at night. I'm not going to wait around for the next 2 hours to see her work tonight, but I am going to check in the morning to see if she had any questions or if she has gotten the work done. Now, if I really needed this work done in a hurry and it was really critical, I would also throw in a line in here about please verify that you can work for the next 2 hours, work in the next 7 hours to get 2 hours of work done. Things like that. I might Skype with her and talk, but again, it's not really critical that I kick this off right now or that it's done in the morning. That's just kind of a best practice. But so far I'm excited about seeing what she comes up with. So I'm gonna send this off, and I will update you guys later as far as how the job proceeds. If I decide to hire anyone else, no one else is the other 2 people have not gotten back to me yet. I think it might be because of the fact I said, do you have any experience in trying to find specific names of someone in particular positions of a company? That could be tripping them up if they don't have experience. They might not know how to reply to that. If I just would have asked, how would you go about trying to find out this information? Possibly I would have gotten quicker responses, or it could be lunchtime there. I don't know. But that being said, I started off a couple hours ago just thinking about the job, writing some basic information on it, preparing some things, recording this video, and I found one lady who looks like she's going to be pretty good. We will see, and I'll update you guys tomorrow. So thanks a lot. Talk to you later. I just noticed that I did get a response from Maravel here. She said, "Thanks for responding my application. I could find those information through using their specific companies. Basically, she says LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Her English is a little bit broken. It could be that she's a little bit nervous too, concerned that maybe I'm not going to think she's qualified enough. And actually, as it turns out, that's not really that compelling of a way to find this information. Advanced and deep searches. What I was hoping to hear was, oh, I've done this sort of thing before. Not, well, I can try and find Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn to try and find people in the company. I can do that myself. I don't know how successful that would be. I have a feeling she might be spinning her wheels on this, but that is a good example of why you really want to define your project and understand what kind of skills you need. Because, like I pointed out earlier, for this job, it's important for someone to be able to understand understand how to find key people in a company. And if I were just to hire her, she'd most likely spin her wheels for a while and wouldn't be as successful as I would like for this job. So I don't think I will be hiring her. We'll see if the third person, how they respond. In the meantime, I've already written back to the other individual. I can't remember her name. I'm bad with a lot of foreign names. But but we'll see how things go, and I will fill you in as I get additional information.